Hi, my name is Steve Getterman, and I would like to give you some of my feedback on what I got out of Don Oscar Miro-Quesada's Universal Shaman Advanced Intensive course. Um, I took the course in 2014 and early 2015, and I have to admit, when I first heard about an online virtual shamanic course, I was a bit skeptical. I might have even been appalled. But then I thought, well, if anything's going to be taught virtually, it ought to be shamanic knowledge. And I was not the least bit disappointed. I was only slightly familiar with Don Oscar through some of the other Shift Networks classes when he spoke a couple of times with Barbara Marks Hubbard. But apart from that, I knew very little about him and virtually nothing about shamanic practices, although I have some experience with Native American ceremonies with the Lakota and Blackfeet. But in any case, the shamanic information of what we received from Don Oscar during our 9-month intensive was nothing short of life-changing. Or as we would say, shape-shifting. The content of what Don Oscar presented, the energy that he brought to every course with his presence, his authenticity, his sincerity, and the depth of knowledge, you could just feel it come over the computer. I'm not quite even sure how it was possible. You would feel that nothing was held back with what he delivered, or through questions and answers, or through the actual shamanic practices themselves, or through the shamanic journeys through which he took us. Nothing was held back, and I found myself wondering many times, how do I deserve to get this? I don't quite understand it. So what we received in Don Oscar's terms is a Alexandrian library of shamanic knowledge. And I feel that's a very, very accurate term. Don Oscar has taken thousands of year-old oral tradition and given it to us in transcripts and recordings, organized in a way that are so profound that leads to not only an understanding of the planet and spiritual and shamanic forces on the planet, but also the universe, the explanation of how the universe works, from creation stories to evolution, and the practical application of working with people, of sacred reciprocity, of virtually everything that was given to us, has infinite applications in daily life, in professional life, whatever part of your life you want to bring it to. I think what really impressed me just as much as what Don Oscar brought, however, were the more than 200 people with whom I took the course. I'm not a new age, nuts and berries kind of guy, but I have to say that I love each and every one of those people. They reinforced what Don Oscar brought us. Each and every one of them has their own experiences, their stories, their information that simply builds upon what we've been given. So when we say that this is cross-cultural shamanism or universal shamanism, that's exactly what it is. It's rooted in the Peruvian Pachacuti Mesa tradition, but it's even beyond that. And this is a tribute to Don Oscar and the people with whom we took the course, as I said. Where I am now with this information is, well, a lot of people my age kind of got a start decades ago by reading Carlos Castaneda. In one of Carlos Castaneda's later books, he wrote something such as that his work taught him to use himself in increasingly more intimate and refined ways. When I first read that, I thought, wow, that sounds really cool. I can't say that I can explain it, but that sounds really cool. For lack of a better explanation, that's where I feel where I am now after this 9-month course and a 5-day retreat with Don Oscar and the other people with whom I mentioned. I feel that I'm using myself in more refined and intimate ways. I feel that I'm giving back to the planet in those ways. And I feel that this is all part of our human evolutionary process to make real, positive, planetary change. Or as Don Oscar says, more than the planet needs saving, it needs loving. And I think that we can say that for each and every one of us. And this course and the practices are a means by which to accomplish that. Thank you.